It's the Mixt Nutz Positive News Podcast with Patrick Monahan.
Hello there.
Quincy the Cockney Prince. And Peter St. James. And we're going to kick off with some good news about people who like being cold. We're getting higher prices in the UK. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm going to say this. I was in Sweden and Finland. It was minus 15, and I found out while I was over there that the people in that part, they leave the babies outside in the pram.
Yes.
So acclimatise to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. You're just going to see Quincy in a pram, just like this for the next 2 months, just like with
outside the DWP.
Yeah. Loads of mums there going, who is this guy?
Is that a good way to, what's a good way to save money? Like just wrap up really tight and have a nice big...
Yeah, the thing is, it's just common sense, isn't it? You don't switch the heating on, because if you don't switch it on constantly, everyone wants to just keep putting the heating on. And also, just go around someone's house. I literally just go around someone else's house who's got the heating on, or just go and sit in McDonald's or Wetherspoons.
The library, I go to the library.
Yeah.
Use their Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
I'll get a job.
Yeah. Get a job, go work. Look at Quincy trying to break the system. I'm going to go and sit in Wetherspoons and use the free tea machine while he's working. Yeah, I know.
That's our keep warm, save the bills.
Oh yeah. All right, David Goggins, with your bloody motivational speaking here. Go and get a job. The rest of us are freezing.
When I had my regular job, I used to have like a bath every morning before I went to work.
Yeah.
Now it's like once a week, you know.
Oh, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you not have a shower?
Flannel wash. No, I haven't got a shower.
Oh God, yeah. No, but the bath is
So
expensive.
get a kettle.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
Victorian time.
You wet and wipe. You wet and wipe.
Yeah.
Oh look, doesn't that take ages?
No.
You'd be there for hours.
No, it's quick.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you met someone and like they thought, well, it's one night stand, like you took gonna.
You'd have to get the flannel.
Yeah, you're gonna flannel yourself up before you. It's worth it.
Well, if
I'm getting flashbacks of Last Tango in Paris or Last Tango in Hounslow.
Well, if you really want to save some money, how about some free clothes? Free clothes from a pop-up. What do you think of that? What's in the news? Up in Flames, heard of them?
And Poser.
And Poser, yeah. What happens?
I want to know if they do a size extra large.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Extra large.
Extra large, yeah.
Quincy's there, we're all like that, giving out free clothes. He's trying them on the street, throwing them back at them. Trying another one. Give me another free one, let me try this.
I've never heard of them.
I've never heard of them. Never heard of them.
You guys are old, aren't you? That's
Yeah, but we've all got social media. They must be like targeting on the algorithm, going right, who's under the age of 26, and then they just like send out free stuff.
Because when on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, but I'm on both of them, and I never
That's
saw
why I never
anything.
got the memo, because I'm still on MySpace.
Yeah.
A lot of young people went mad.
Yeah, Quincy's turned up to CNA trying to get stuff. Quincy's still outside Top Man. They closed 3 years ago. He's like, right, give me some tops.
Give me some free stuff.
I saw that. I saw the article with all the kids.
All the kids.
And there was thousands of them. But then the thing is, this is number one, it is hype. Number two is social media. But number three, it was also half term. That would not have been that busy if it was just a normal.
It was
day.
half term.
It was half term. Yeah. And was it a weekend as well?
It was a weekend.
It was a weekend as well. Yeah, and it's all like the kids. Whereas normally you wouldn't have got that many kids turning up for a.
So I'm just because what I saw of the images, there were young kids there. They were young, so like what, 18?
Yeah.
18 years old. So really, that's like really. If any of us was in those videos.
Yeah, we look dodgy as hell. Could you imagine?
No Diddy.
Yeah, I know exactly. Us three just stood in the background, and then Quincy's giving us all some baby
just
oil.
For the record,
Come
if
on.
any of your older family members come home with a bit of Poser.
Yeah. They didn't go for the
dodgy.
clothes. Yeah.
Report them to the police.
Yeah, they've not gone for
Crime
clothes, mate.
Stoppers,
Operation U-Tree.
Yeah, exactly.
They were dishing stuff out, t-shirts and jeans.
What, just throwing it out the back of a van?
Back of a van, but then kids were then stealing it off the people that had been given them. You know, so it was like a free-for-all.
And then the police had to turn up,
Yeah,
didn't
the
they?
police turned up.
And then the police stole them off the kids.
2 kids got arrested for actually stealing stuff out of a police car.
Absolute idiots.
And some were on the bonnet, and some were on the
Some
roof.
of them wearing a jacket.
Yeah. Oh,
What,
yeah,
a police
he had
jacket?
a policeman's.
They were giving away police.
Yeah. What, they thought the police were just handing out uniforms.
Take it to the full Monty.
Yeah. That is a good way to get. Do you know what though? The government are trying to recruit young people into the army. That's a great idea. Instead, set up a pop-up shop, pretend it's poser, and then just throw out loads of army uniforms, and then exactly. And then these kids are just grabbing stuff and they're going, right, and then throw them in a van and drive them to the war front.
Well, there's some people in the world who don't need free clothes. They're in Miami. What's going on in Miami? F2.
Yeah, so this is the hit place now for rich billionaires.
In Miami?
In Miami, yeah.
It's all sponsored by the Saudis. You guys have been to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. You know, Will Smith talks about all the time going to Miami.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Get in there every week.
Come on.
What's
going to Miami?
What's Miami and what's Saudi Arabia like?
Do you know what? I've never been to Miami. Have you guys been?
No, I got pulled into immigration when I was coming back from Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What were you doing?
They must have thought you was a kimping. They must have.
Yeah.
Who pulled you? Who pulled you?
What did you have?
No, what it was, I had to go to Jamaica for work to hand over some documents for the TV rights for the West Indies cricket tournament. And so I was only there like 2 nights, and I think they just thought it was a bit of a long way to go.
Just for 2
nights. And so they pulled me in it.
And you have to explain and everything.
Yeah, I would have pulled you as well.
Yeah. What are you?
Were you working?
Documents
I wasn't quite working. I was just handing something over. I was handing
That is crazy because nowadays you just send an email, or you could have just scanned that.
And you know what? Because Peter's so like kind and friendly.
Yeah, too nice.
Like, I'm just handing over some documents.
Yeah. I'm just standing, and they go, yeah, these packs of powder. Look at that. Just these big wads, that's all it is.
Yeah, I thought it was Baby Johnson's.
Yeah.
It was my friend Peter.
Oh, poor Peter. Oh, bless you. And how long was the interrogation?
Yeah, how long was it for?
I was there for a couple of hours.
Really?
Were you scared?
I was a bit worried because I didn't want to miss my transfer.
It's
so white. Every black man's worried about getting banged up. He's like, I'm going to miss my transfer. I'm going to miss my transfer. Excuse me, when does this finish? By any chance, when does this finish? I've got to get to connecting flights. I'm going to try that. I'm going to tell Delaware to try that. Delaware, try that.
Yeah.
One place you don't want to be banged up is Saudi Arabia. So you guys, how was that? Was it a nice place? What was
Saudi Arabia is a very hot place. Do you know what? While I was over, I got pulled up while I was over there. I wore shorts.
Really?
What? And they said to me, you can't show your legs. I thought it was only birds. I mean,
yeah, women, yeah.
I said, mate, it's 95 degrees. Hey!
And where were you walking around?
From outside the hotel to this mall.
In Saudi or in Dubai?
Saudi.
Oh, in Saudi, right.
In Saudi. So when I went there, I was a proper English tourist. Like, Oh yeah, the glasses, the shorts, and I was getting stared at, and I was like, "What are you staring at?" You know,
Yeah.
But they said I'm not allowed to wear it. I had to go back inside and put a tracksuit bottom on.
Oh. You know, what in that? Why don't you just get the dish dash? Get like You're walking around with polyester
and as well in Saudi as well, which there's certain jobs. Everyone's got jobs in it. There's a guy because when we went a couple of years before there was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
So there was a guy his job was literally have a mirror under the cars.
Yeah.
So as you pulled in to check under the cars, I was like,
that's the old IR.
And he was black.
Yeah.
I was like, black. I was like, Brett, you telling me there's no other job you can do? Yeah. He goes, it's just my brother, it's just a job, my friend. Yeah. So when did you get this job? Because I was the last guy.
Yeah. And also, what are you going to do if you see a massive load of wires and centers? You'd be like, I'd just be like, keep driving. Yeah. Keep driving. Keep going as fast as you can. Just put your foot down.
I'm going to pray.
Yeah. You don't want to stand there.
Well, judging by how much money Storms you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
What did he do?
For the money I got, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
What did Stormzy get? What happened?
No.
Oh, in McDonald's.
The McDonald's deal.
Yeah.
So we got between 4 and 5 million to be the spokesperson, or spokesperson. He's got a mill named after him. But the controversy was he literally took down some Palestinian tweets because he's very pro-Palestinian. Well, he was. We're all pro-Palestinian until you get that check.
Until you get that cash.
Until you get that check.
What's in the meal? Fillet of fish? What'd you get?
Huh?
What'd you get in the meal?
You get his
Shut
3
up.
albums. Yeah.
How much for that? Shut up!
Shut up. Shut up. Chicken shop.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Pat, your memories of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, it was lovely. I've done Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, and Dubai. Yeah, I've done loads of them. Saudi itself, I've not been to Saudi itself, but I've been to every country around it. Oman, all them areas.
I see, I'm worthy then. I went in.
Yeah,
I was in Riyadh.
Did they?
Yeah, what was that, expats then?
The store.
The comedy store, yeah.
Comedy store has a Saudi Arabian branch?
No, for the money they offered us, yes, they did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because it was myself, Otis Calaloni,
Yeah, it's lovely.
and Adam.
Oh, Adam Bloom.
Yeah,
Oh, Bloom
and
is
it was
lovely.
Saudi
Was
wasn't-
Adam not panicking because he's Jewish? He
That's
was
right.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, but Adam.
And you know, and I was teased him for the 3 days we was there because we wasn't gonna go. But then they offered to say wanted to do some comedy, and then with my agent at the time, and she told us the money they were offering us was it was the money for the whole 2 weeks we was there. That was for 3 days.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's great. And it's all free food, free hotels, everything.
Everything. I just like, yeah.
5-star hotels. They're all
I
6-star
knew what it was like
hotels.
to sell out.
Oh,
I knew what it was like to sell out.
Yeah, you've got to do
I-
it.
yeah.
It's mental.
I didn't see no human rights, nothing.
Yeah.
Women were treated amazing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I even wore the burqa.
Yeah. Even converted. He got married to
converted,
four wives while he was out there. I remember in, was it Abu Dhabi? I think or Bahrain, when we went out and they were burning the tyres. So you know when you land at the airport, do you remember that big protest we were on? So it was after the uprisings, the Arab Spring. And they started burning tyres, some of the protests. You would never see them. So at night time, these tyres would turn up and they'd be on fire, and then obviously in the morning they'd come and clear them away.
They were doing it when the F1, the Formula 1 as well.
Yeah, I think was that a protest or whatever. And I remember from the airport they'd pick you up and take you, and it was hilarious because you'd go through, you'd see these burning tyres, and you go, "What's that?" And they go, "Oh no, alhamdulillah," and they wouldn't say, and they go, "Oh no, it's nothing," and you wouldn't know anything about it, and then you'd go into the hotel. And it was like a 6-star hotel with a swimming pool on the top. If you remember all that, it's mental. No health and safety whatsoever. Who puts a swimming pool on the top of like a 26-story building with not just, they're just running around and like you just, people drinking or whatever up there and then just sliding off and then falling like
I got to admit,
3,000
the
foot.
money over in Saudi Arabia is just
Yeah, it's crazy.
ridiculous.
It's too much.
It's just like having people come up to you after you finish performing and it's like anything you want, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you mean anything?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's crazy. Oh, come into this room, come here, I'll show you this. And it would be like, imagine a 23-year-old Premiership footballer who ran a country. That's what Saudi Arabia, isn't it? It's like
it reminded me of Superman 2 with Gene Hackman. General Zod asked him, "What would you like?" And he went, "Australia." And it's just literally that in Saudi Arabia. A lot of Russians. I did see a lot of Russians there as well.
Really? A lot of Russians in Saudi?
Women.
Oh, a lot of Russians. Well, yeah, right. Yeah.
We're moving on from that. So,
Quincy found him.
leads on to the new research about people getting married a lot later on in life nowadays. What do you guys think about that? How's your marriage situation?
Any married? Pete,
Peter,
are you married? Have you ever been married?
No marriage plans?
Did you get married?
No, I haven't been in a relationship for years, so
Would you get married?
nah.
Don't fancy it. What puts you off?
I'd rather be on my own.
Really?
Do what I want when I want. I don't have to
Peter.
answer to anyone.
Oh, Peter.
You could do that in a marriage.
Yeah. You can see Quincy's been married and divorced 17 times. Apart from that, have you been married? No. None of us have. Really? Engaged?
No. Next.
No. Do you know what? It's so funny. I've never been married, but my missus, she wants to get married, but not to me, but she wants to get married. No, but she does. She wants to get married. We've been together and she does want to, I don't know what it is. I'm not being sexist, but I do think, and there's a lot of guys who do want to get married, but I think women love it. They just
marriage is more for women than it is for men.
Yeah, because I mean, I said to her, look, just live together forever. I mean, obviously we will get married eventually, but it's one of these things where I said, just live together forever, and then.
He's been saying this since 17 years old.
Yeah.
Just live together.
This is my lawyer.
But it's just when you get like people in a relationship and one of them dies, and then their family come in and take everything because they're not married. So
yeah, that's the only benefit of it. Yeah. So I do see it.
And I've known people that's happened to.
Yeah.
Where the family take everything.
Yeah.
Like records and the cat.
And the house.
And the house. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Didn't that happen to George Michael? It happened to quite a few famous people, didn't it? Because they weren't married, and then because they weren't married, it goes to the person who's living there. He can't stay there anymore.
What happens if you're with someone for a period of time? Doesn't that count as?
No, not at
really?
all. You can maybe, if you paid something in, as long as you've got proof that you paid something, you can get a bit of that back, but you don't own the right. It goes to the
government
extinguisher of the will. No, what the executor of the will, or whatever they call it. Don't they? Yeah. But the
executive
of the will.
It depends if you do a will or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's the. See, these are the things why I wouldn't get married, because it's not motivating.
Well, just lastly on that note, I just want to say to anybody who's thinking about marriage, it's a serious thing to do. Think about it, right? Take time. Do not rush it, because it costs.
Yeah, it costs a lot. That's the thing, isn't it?
Any inquiries to quincy.com and give you some advice with the lawyer.
If it was free, or if the government, imagine if the government gave you a £5,000 subsidy, would you get married, either of you? If they went, right, there's £5,000 if you get married. Marriage rates are falling in the UK. We're trying to get people to get married.
Here in the UAE, you get a free house and everything.
Yeah.
Really? See, now there.
Well, the way things are going, the cost of living, if they said to you, right, we pay your energy bill for the next 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm marrying
Next 6 weeks.
I'm marrying my neighbour.
Yeah.
A friend of mine offered me £10,000 for me to marry her so she could stay in the country.
Well, why do you do it?
He's a good man. Peter's a good man.
That's all you have to do.
Law-abiding citizen.
You hate pum that much.
Yeah. But you don't have to sleep with her.
£10,000!
Just get
What's her name? When was this?
Yeah.
I'm marrying her.
Too late.
Quincy be like,
It's too late.
for £10,000.
£10,000.
But you'd have to live together, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's only because the authorities would be checking up on her.
Okay.
But were you worried in case they?
I want to see tapes and.
Yeah, but Pete, it happens all the time.
Kiss her!
Yeah, exactly. Pete's just like that, going, giving the money back. Here we go. Would you not do it for 10
Isn't there a
grand?
film? There's a film based on that.
What were you worried
Is
about
there?
though?
Yeah. What's the
Green
film?
Cards. That was.
Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah, Green Cards.
And I forget the name of that.
Andy
So-
McDowell.
Andy McDowell.
And why? What?
I've got to Google that. What's it about?
Gerard
Tell me later,
Depardieu-
because we've got Sorry.
So you genuinely wouldn't for 10? You didn't even think? It must have gone through your head though, thinking 10 grand.
I just thought it'd be too complicated.
But why? You get divorced after 3 years.
Yeah.
And would she
I
have?
wish I was your friend.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was funny to you, man.
Jesus Christ, be minty now.
Yeah, I'd be like, get back in there.
That's a brand new. That is brand new.
Lock the
car.
door, innit? Yo, come out.
Imagine if his friend turns up and she's like some supermodel, like this, and he's going, you'd be like that. Just keep the money, love. What is that? 10 grand?
Oh, I'll pay you double.
Yeah.
Pay you double, yeah.
God.
Well, that's what happens, and people are suffering a lot in the UK. 40% of students are suffering from alcoholism, and working longer makes you, studies say, more prone to disease. So it's a work alcohol situation in the UK. What do you guys see? Do you see a lot of it out in the clubs, on the circuit? Do you see like loads of? Are you in?
Have you been to a club lately? Have you seen how much it costs for a Coke?
Oh God, is it really?
I'm talking about the liquids form.
Yeah. Which club do you go to? Yeah.
Sponsored by Stormzy. So yes, that's true. The cost of living has really hit out there.
Yeah, if young people are turning to alcohol and drugs in this cost of living,
Yeah, they must be getting money somewhere.
They must be rich kids.
But it's so funny because every week I read a different report. One week I read, young people now, they don't drink anymore, they've turned their back on drink. Next week is like, young people are all big alcoholics. Then next week is like, young people that are going to the gym, they're drinking smoothies, they don't have. It's like, well, make up your mind. Who are they surveying? Yeah. They must go to they go to a student union or a pub and go, right, we'll survey these people, and then we'll go to the gym next week and survey them. If I'm honest, I think it's been exactly the same since the beginning of time. I think you're always going to get people who drink a lot, then you're always going to get them people who don't. It does this. Anyone who had big drinkers in their family or alcoholics, they know they don't drink. Anyone who was repressed from it and wasn't allowed to, they become the big drinkers. Then their kids flip, then they flip. It just goes like that. It's like a slinky.
Yeah, because my parents went into the pub business. When I was in my early 20s, and that sort of put me off drinking.
Yeah. So you don't drink?
Well, I do, but not in excess at all. And when I had a car as well, that sort of made me behave.
Yeah. And you can actually have a great night out by not drinking. This is what people don't realise. They don't realise that I've never drank in my life, and I love going out. When I was younger, I used to go out loads. I used to love it because the next day people couldn't remember what happened, whereas I could. So I was like Google. You can just tell me what happened. I'll just tell you exactly what happened. They go, why did we get in a fight there? I said, because you called that guy an idiot and you punched them.
Yeah, well, see, that happened to me. I got really drunk with a load of friends, and apparently I was like the life and soul of the party. I was really funny, and I was walking up the middle of Charing Cross Road.
Just in the middle of the street. And with the traffic on and your head screaming at people.
And I woke up the next day, thank God. I'd been really sick in the night, but I woke up and felt absolutely fine.
God, yeah.
But it really frightened me that I could have been violent.
Yeah, that you didn't know what you were doing.
I didn't know, but luckily I was the opposite. But
God, you were so lucky. Yeah. And you were lucky that, because you could have got killed or you could have choked on your vomit. Do you drink, Quince?
Red wine.
Really? You drink wine?
Red wine, but not to the excess. I appreciate a
But you don't get hammered. You're not let's drink, like that sort of thing.
I appreciate a red wine.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it that
I'm a
tastes?
guzzler, you see. I drink too far, so...
Like what? Like an alcohol, like a beer or something?
Even wine. I drink it too fast.
And do you have it with food or something, or you just drink it like...
I'm with food.
Yeah.
I'm with food, but there are different wines for depending on the occasion. So when people come home from work, there's like a particular red you can have to de-stress.
Yeah.
And there's a particular red for food. And there's like a party red if you're out socialising.
Yeah. And you're going out with that.
And there's a red when you turn down 10 grand. I can't believe this bloke did this.
No wonder he doesn't drink anymore, because in case he ends up married.
A lot of stress out there. We've been trying to cut down on the people doing the stress because of the Twitters. Check out, we've been trying to hunt down people saying bad stuff online. But there's AI robots now that are talking to each other. So finally, what do you guys think of this AI robot chatting story?
Well, what did they?
They started talking to.
They started talking to each other, and did it actually lead anywhere, or did the robots then crash? Did they?
They turned into a weird
robot
language, and that is the future. So does that mean comedians are going to be replaced by robots anytime soon?
No, I've seen Ultron, the Avengers, and it's the future's not looking bright. That's what I'm saying. But if you heard Somalians talk, then it's probably similar.
Okay. On that note, we will be leaving it. So we will say goodbye now. Sponsored by T&K Euro. Do check them out. And it's goodbye from us. Goodbye, everyone.
See you later. Bye.